NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set 90 Wolf.
Watch the run. He's coming.
Protein spill. Bravo. Five.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 53. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
X3. 218. Chopper. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stone. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stone over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
Texans, your down.
6-6. Pull it high.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready.
Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You draw towards it.
2nd and 8 at the 16-yard
Let's go.
line.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, Echo. Hit it.
To throw on 2nd down. Stone. Now he'll escape to his right. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Back to throw. Stone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tajay Sharp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Alpha. Get it.
From the gun, Stone. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. Who that?
General West.
Wide. Get wide.
Snap.
Operating from the gun, Stone. And he finds Cook. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Stone. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball.
That's caught inside the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
And he's into the clear. The 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson. That is caught by Cohen. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gross. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Watson on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jack Crawford, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check right, check right.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Check in. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 28. Mike 28. Man, I got you. Mr. Park. You got me.
Out of the gun, Watson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Here we go on 4th. Watson, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
First down, Broncos.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Throwing on first down. Stone. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Stone. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, just try and get some more points.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before the break. Watson across the formation. He's got a man. That's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Here's Watson to throw on third down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there, 22.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Coleman, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Hey, wahoo!
Second down and inches. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on third down, Stone. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Bravo! 60!
From the gun, Stone. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Second and goal from the 1. Second and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
They still playing soft. Ready? 60.
Henderson going to run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson buying time to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Watson now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. To return is Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
On 1st down, Stone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Topper, Topper. Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again. Stone. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Stephon Tuitt. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own.
That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jared Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw, Watson. The screen pass here to Cohen. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, team 6.
2nd and 9 now. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the play fake. Stone. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 3. Protein spill. 5.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Get it.
2nd and 15. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, orbit.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Well, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. Touchdown, Houston. Kevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
3rd and
8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
They'll
look to throw, and it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Let's go! Let's go!
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 50 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Watson keeps himself upright. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draws.
That's caught inside the 20. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Houston, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways.